element. Now I want to have this attribute style, so I'm going to wrap this in squared brackets, which means this will now be recognized whenever I add app basic highlight without squared brackets to an element. Now to show this, we need to do something which gives us some visual clue that this is working. So the basic thing is, the most basic use case is we change, let's say, the background color of the element where we attach this directive. For this, we need to get access to the element the directive sits on, and the cool thing is Angular gives us this access. We can inject the element the directive sits on into this directive. And injection is something we'll take a closer look at in the next course module, in the big next course module, which is about services. I can say that much, it basically is an easy way to get access to some other classes without having them to instantiate on our own. We do inject by adding the constructor, which every TypeScript class has. We don't need to write anything in the constructor body for now, but here on the list of arguments, we list a couple of arguments you want to get whenever an instance of this class here is created. And of course, Angular is responsible for creating these instances. So therefore, if we tell it to please give us a specific type of argument, this is what injection is. Angular will try to create this thing we need and give it to us. Well, this thing we need, in this case, simply is a reference to the element the directive was placed on. So an element ref, and this name is totally up to you, but the type is important. The type has to be element ref. You might recognize this from @viewChild. There, it also was a reference to some element. Here it is too. Now, to be able to use this data in our class here, everywhere in the class, we can use a TypeScript shortcut of adding private in front of it, which will make this both a property of this class, so property element ref, and automatically assign this value, so this instance we're getting, to this property. Now with that, we got access to the element. Now we can use it here in our constructor, for example, access the native element, and then do something with it. Though a better place than the constructor is on init. And just like the component, the directive also has the ng on init lifecycle hook. So here I can therefore add ng on init, and in there we could access element ref, that's the shortcut which automatically gave me this property, access the native element, and there access the style and maybe the background color, and set this equal to green so that we can see something changed. So what we're doing here is we're getting access to the element the directive was placed on, getting access to that exact element, and then we're overwriting the style of this element. Now let's use this